for Leah, so wheeze up. Oh, love for you guys, man. I feel extra damn good today. I don't know why. I think it's because I went to Walmart yesterday. You go to Walmart, boy, you get perspective in life. God dang. Love to you guys rocking and rolling with your boy. We got a crazy show. We're working on shortening the topic list. Y'all saw my topic list yesterday, and a lot of people were commenting like, no, that's too much. So we're going to bring it back a little bit and go a little deeper, right? Not as wide, but deeper. That's what she said. So let me stop. So let's get into it, man. We're going to talk about the headline, obviously, the Bus family and the turmoil going on in the family over the sale of the Los Angeles Lakers. Not so fast. Jeanie Buss says all the brothers and others are saying, yes, ma'am. We're going to get into those details. Crazy. Also, we're going to get into Shador film. Shador Sanders got some film breakdown. We're going to check that out. Rachel Lindsay, I have some questions for her. I just want to know, does she hate all men, or does she just hate black men, or just questions, does she hate just me? We're going to go into the original video she made when I first was arrested to just see the contrast between how her tune didn't change and how happy she was that I did get arrested. We'll see. Stephen A. Smith, you earned that thumbs down, they say, from the NABJ. Well, Stephen A. Smith says, hold on, let me talk. So we go into his comments, his response on the NABJ. Was it fair or unfair? Jemele Hill, Jason Whitlock will chime in on that. 5 bold NFL predictions. We ain't forgot about sports. That's why we're here. We're going to talk about that. The WNBA, who has no one to blame but themselves. A lot of people are saying. We're going to talk about the Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark rivalry and the laugh off and the missed layups and all the things. And last but not least, we'll get into parents, y'all, me, we, how we need to take control back of youth sports and claim our kids again. So a lot of topics to talk about, some good ones, some spicy ones. That boy got that spicy, that boy good. The boy good and terrible. Remember that? Remember that? Let's get into it. Let's get involved. Oh, man. Love this show. Love what we're doing. What's new on my heart? What's new on my mind? I got to tell you this. So I got to go to this company today. And this company, what they do is they're checking devices. If you've ever had anyone ever manipulate your device, you know, anyone ever steal your emails, text messages, delete stuff, whatever it may be. It's a company, they're companies, but there's a company I'm going to today that just checks that out. You know what I'm saying? So y'all put 2 and 2 together and we're going to have some fun at that company seeing what did they erase? Who are they? And this company, like, we find out. So love to you guys, man. Other than that, I'm chilling. Today is yoga day. I did hiking yesterday. My left hip is starting to collapse on me. So I'm in phase 2 of needing a new hip, just to let y'all know. All right. And I guess the Bus family needs a new team. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, so we're going to read this in this order. First of all, Shams, who finds himself in fire as well because Jeanie Buss is calling Shams out because of the relationship he has with some of the brothers in the family, which is a real relationship. But at the same time, you shouldn't compromise that man's integrity or call him out for that. But maybe she has receipts. This is the breaking news from Shams. The Buss family has decided to sell its remaining 17.8% ownership stake in the Los Angeles Lakers to new majority owners Josh Kushner and Bob Iger, sources tell ESPN. The Buss family trust composed of siblings Jeanie, Jim, Johnny, Janie, Joey. Dr. Buss like me. All my babies going to have an A or M name, right? Maraca, Marcellus, Olivia, Araya. Same thing. All right, anyway. So when that hit, everybody was like, what? What are we doing here? Like, why are they selling? Why are they selling? They just sold a majority stake to Mark Walters. Why are you selling? So I took this as like, wow, that number was just so big. Like getting to 10 billion. You got to remember, what did they buy the Lakers for? What did Dr. Buss buy the Lakers for? I want to say 60 million, 70 million. A lot to me. You know, he was hustling. He was a USC student, and him and his friends put a couple bucks together, start buying up property on the west side, when the West Side wasn't the best side, and everybody was like, I ain't going to Beverly Hills. I ain't buying over there. Donald Sterling was doing it, like all this stuff. So they way ahead of the curve, right? And they do it. And then, boom, obviously it hits, because you got to understand how LA works and any city works. One, you got a border of the ocean. So you're already kind of in a good situation. You can't keep expanding west. So you already know, ooh, if we go west, I don't know, maybe it'll become more valuable because you can't go any further. And it got ocean views. For whatever reason, cats were loving the east side back then. Now they hate the east side, and they were loving the south more. But now they're starting to love the south again. Whatever. So they did that. After that, boom, he got the money, puts it down, gets the Lakers, changes the whole dynamic of sports culture forever. Y'all remember the Forum Club, right? Y'all remember how Magic Johnson and those guys were the toast of the town, toast of Hollywood, and exported that culture to every other sports and entertainment league. Like, look, cheerleaders, first time, right? Like, we got cheerleaders. Not only do we have cheerleaders after the game, where you going? Go down there, have another drink. Magic Johnson might walk through. You might see Michael Cooper just going like this, hey. So all of that changed the dynamic. They took off, they won the championship, so boom, they're the toast of town. What happens from that point, they blow up. Obviously, Dr. Bus is running the show. Success. Passes away in his will, in his estate, wants his kids to run the organization, but he puts Jeanie as the governor in charge, basically. And as always, I think it's this dynamic really in life. No matter who you are, if you didn't earn that, you're going to have a different perspective, appreciation, or lack thereof for it. So basically, you're going to start looking at what comes from it instead of what it is. I don't care. It could be one, it could be all, it could be even sometimes it's like, nah, it's not me. It's just the dynamic. That's why divorce is so crazy, because one person didn't earn exactly that. It ain't no 50-50. You can leave it. It's going to be 50-50 common law, but y'all didn't do 50-50. No relationship is 50-50. So when it's over, usually one of them is saying, boy, I ain't do all that, but I want all that. That's what happens. So it's the same dynamic with the kids. Like, okay, daddy did all this and we was a part of it, all that, but now some people want the money. Some people want the ownership. And some people, in a blend of the both, or some people just want it, hey, dog, I just want to have the title. Whatever it may be, there's a mixed bag. And I know particularly these individuals, some to greater degrees than others. Jim, Johnny, Joey, Jesse, met them all. Jeanie, of course, met them all. Know Jesse the best. Still know all of them. What's sad, what hurts me is, it's the same thing that I'm going through right now. What hurts me is family hurts you. I think there's no betrayal like when family hurts you, right? Think about it, because you're building up your board, you're building up your fence of security for outsiders to not come in. You're like, I'm gonna protect myself, stranger danger. We tell the kids all the time that, and I stopped telling my kids that. I used to, I grew up with stranger danger. Don't say hi to strangers. And I was like, okay. Now, I don't give a damn you talking to a stranger. You know why? Because I'm going to be right there. One, you're not going to be so far off the leash that I ain't going to know who you're talking to. But two, speak to strangers. You want to know why? Because that's life. Relationships are talking to somebody, walking into a room, knowing somebody. Oh, what about if they're vulnerable and stuff? You know what? You know what the percentages say? You know what the stats say? Like, you have a gun in your home. 80% of the gun deaths or injuries come from someone you know. Family, friends, somebody at the crib, accidental shootings. You barely getting to the stranger. You barely getting to the intruder. You barely getting to the damn robber. It's your own. Whole different conversation. We can have it. But basically, Jim, Johnny, Joey, and Jesse had the chance to cash in on the record sale of the Lakers and effectively fired Jeanie Buss as governor, and did just that. Jeanie has fired or sued. Listen to this. Jeanie has fired or sued all of her brothers since taking control of the team. It's the final act of a wild reality show. And talking about this, being real, I remember Jim was first. Yeah, Jim was first. Remember, they were calling him out saying he was gambling too much into the horse racing too much. Jim was gone. Take his money and go. Fired doesn't mean you still don't get your ownership stake. It just means you ain't getting your little salary here and you ain't got a desk job here. And I'm sure Jim was fine with that. Like, whatever. I still got 3% now or whatever he had before. Their percentages were bigger, obviously, then. But then the other brothers, remember when she sold to Mark Walter, what happened? This is what we're going to get into right here. Crazy. I mean, this is really a game of war. It is a game that they are playing in that organization as family. Peep this. Remember, Jeanie Buss fired all her siblings and went behind their back to sell the Lakers last year to Mark Walters, right? Today, this was last year. She fired them all. Remember? Same day she got it. We don't need you anymore, Jesse. We don't need you anymore, Joey, all that stuff. Today, they went behind her back to sell the Lakers. All 5 siblings voted to sell the family's ownership shares today. She was the only one who voted no. She's the only one who voted no because she's the only one with a job there still as the governor, promised by Mark Walters to have 4 more years of that. Gangster. So let's get into it. And then I'm going to tell you exactly the summary of what's really going on, and we move on. That's gangster. Ooh, my sister, OG Henny Loke, if Tiki tried to, Tiki, you can have it. I'm the kind to be like, you can have it. I am like that. I don't care about money like people care about money. Thank God I don't, because it's in the Bible you shouldn't. But who cares? Dog, I am not dying over something that could come and go and ain't going to be here when I'm gone. It ain't for me. It's for you. I ain't fighting over that. I'm fighting over my peace. Damn right I am. So now let's get into this because they went deeper. Ramona Shelburne went there. Shout out to Momo. Let's go.
Developing news here on SportsCenter. Earlier today, sources told our Shams Charania that the Buss family had agreed to sell its remaining 17.8% stake in the Lakers to new majority owners Josh Kushner and Bob Iger. If that transaction were to be completed, Jeanie Buss would no longer be the team's governor, ending the Buss family's ownership of the team that dates back to 1979.
This dude, I don't know who he is, respect, I don't know who you are. You are all in her ear. I know she a billionaire. He thirsty? Golly. Damn. I mean, leave her alone. She at the game. She done seen enough games. She don't need to be paying no attention. She need to get over here and jump on this suspension. What? Hey, man, you need to, I couldn't be Jeanie. I'd be like this. Stop. Just stop. Send a text. Jesus.
Our senior writer, Ramona Shelburne, is here with us for more. So, Ramona, you have some new developments. What can you share?
Yeah, we've just gotten a letter from Jeanie Buss's attorney saying that no sale of the remaining 17.8% Buss family shares can be effectuated without the consent of all 3 of the trustees. Okay, that's Jeanie Buss, Joey Buss, and Jeanie Buss. Now, my reporting is 5 of the siblings voted to sell this morning. Jeanie Buss did not vote to sell. And so she's contending through her lawyer that the 5 siblings who voted to sell do not have the right to do that pursuant to a ruling in 2017 when this was also in court among the trustees. There was a coup that the older brothers tried to dislodge Jeanie from control. And so it's in the hands of the lawyers right now.
In the hands of the lawyers, brothers and sisters. I mean, Public Enemy is in there. Brothers and sisters, I don't know what this world is coming to. I mean, what?
I've reached out, obviously, to the 2 men who were going to purchase Mark Walters shares. They have no comment right now. So that's Josh Kushner and Bob Iger. They have no official comment right now as this is developing. And so the question is, can the 5 siblings vote to sell the Lakers without Jeanie Buss's approval? My understanding is the vote opened last Tuesday. This is before news even broke that the team that Mark Walter was selling his shares, and that the 5 votes came in this morning, which is what Shams reported. And they have what's called a tag-along provision, Christine. And this is very legal, but this is where the fight is going to be. In the initial sale to Mark Walter, the tag-along provision, the other family members had a right to tag along to any sale if Mark Walter were to sell his shares at the same valuation that Mark Walter got. So that's the $12.5 billion. And so you have two different legal statutes here. The tag-along provision as part of the sale to Mark Walter, but the 2017 court ruling amongst the trustees that said no sale can go through without Jeanie Buss's approval. And right now, she is not approving or selling.
Okay.
Damn, that's gangster. That is gangster. Did y'all catch that? And shout out to Momo for keeping that together, because I know, it's happening so fast and so fluid that it's like, yo, okay, over here in 2017, but now they got the tag along that happened this last year and all that. And y'all telling me in the comments, thank y'all, that's Jay Moore. I know him, that comedian. Yeah. Okay, and that's her husband? They got married? What? Okay, well then, see, you can tell I'm going through a divorce because I don't even know what love looks like anymore. That's real love. That's a husband and wife showing love. Yep, husband showing love and the wife going, whatever. Whatever. All right, so let me put this together. My 2 cents, and I got to be respectful, but also I got to be real, because I am, my son plays basketball and with the Buss family and with Jesse and all them. So I got to be respectful. Maybe I know more than I should know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. But from this perspective, I have not talked to Jesse, and I'm never going to call somebody over some stuff like this. Like, that's y'all business, right? I don't give a damn if y'all flat broke. I don't give a damn if y'all billionaires. That's on y'all. I just like you. Here's the thing I'm going to say, though. It's almost like what goes around comes around. So, obviously, when Dr. Buss passes and Jeanie gets the governor's slot, just think about a family dynamic. You feel a certain way. Like, okay, daddy thought she was this and thought I was that. Everybody had their designated roles. Okay, whatever. Daddy's gone, or, so you can't say anything. You just got to shoot that in the wind. But then you start watching how she moving, and to the point where every single one of them got fired before, whether they were doing their job or not. That's a them conversation. But from the outside, it's like, y'all couldn't work it out. That's what I understand about life. Someone just said this. T.I. Tip, right? Rubber Band Man. He said, what's the key to marriage? You know what he said? He said, just don't leave. Just don't get divorced. And even though that doesn't sound profound, even though that sounds simplistic, we look back at our grandparents, especially, maybe our parents, you start to realize that's all it was. They went through it, but they just didn't let go. When you have a family dynamic like this with the Lakers, you're knowing you're going to go through it. It's too much money, too much attention, too much fame, too much fortune, too many things that we didn't really do ourselves. Our dad did. Now we're going to try and jump in the boat and say, I got it. I got it. You're going to steer the ship where? And everybody wants to steer it somewhere different. I want to go to that island. No, we're going to that shore. No, let's stay here in the middle of the ocean. So everybody fighting and fighting and fighting. Everybody, whether they explicitly fighting, yelling, verbally, talking through it, or, internally, just like, that's what we doing? Okay. I wouldn't have done that, but whatever. You ain't had the power. Whatever. Finally, everybody's been fired. And then she holds a meeting and tells everybody, you have 24 hours to know we're going to sell the team. 24 hours. Like, imagine that. That's something you would tell me, like in the media. Marcellus, you have a day to get your records in order and get your questions ready. Tomorrow's the press conference. We're selling. She said that to her brothers and sisters. So what happened? They sold to Mark Walters. And when they sold to Mark Walters, Jeanie is Gucci. She like, we got money, we got liquid, and we still got ownership, 17.8 divided by 6. It's almost 3% each. That's what they were saying. Still got 3%. Think about it. 3% of that. So 30 of a billion is 30 million. And they were at 10. That's 300. Golly. 300 million each, just sitting there like, what? We chilling and we still working. Anyway, that was at 10. But Jeanie Gucci, I done fired everybody. Nobody can nag me no more. I'm tired of them always complaining about my peanut butter and jelly sandwich when we were growing up. Now I got them back. right? All that stuff. So then you Gucci. But then Mark Walters get his ass in trouble. He's under federal investigation. Federal investigation is different than any other investigation because they don't do it unless they know they're going to get to it, basically, right? Federal indictment, it's like in 98%. If you get indicted, it's like 98% conviction rate, something crazy. But even on investigation, they ain't wasting those resources. They ain't going to stop what they're doing to come after you because they know it's ruin. So whatever, I'm not saying he's guilty. I'm just saying he knows this is real. So guess what he does? Behind the scenes, this is how this always goes. Behind the scenes, you got an Adam Silver sitting there like, hey man, you under Fed investigation? This ain't no NBA investigation of Steve Ballmer, and then they find out, oh, he didn't do anything. Wink, wink. He didn't do anything. This is the Feds. They investigating you. Hey man, I know you just bought this team. I know you got a lot of other properties. Let's say this. I don't know. Let's just say this. You don't need it. You don't need this. You just got here. You ain't really invested in it. I know you like your footprints. You got the Dodgers in LA. You got your European soccer. Do you really need this? Because I know a way where you can flip this and you can focus in on your investigation since this is new. I know you got your other things on autopilot. This is new. You can flip it. Flip it. I got some people interested. Let me just make sure that you're okay with this. And let me go. I'm taking in a lot of water because of Steve Ballmer and the curiosity of that. I don't need another one. I make sure it's worth your while. You okay with this, Mark? He like, say less. I ain't heard what you said. Say less. You know what I'm saying? You go find Bob Iger and his group, Josh Kushner. Next thing you know, come back. You got to come with a number that's going to make sense, that's going to blow his mind, that's going to make the public say, damn. And the public just going to be like, take it. You got to take it. You got to take it. So what's that number? 12 and a half. $2.5 billion in a year? A quarter of what you paid, and you didn't pay it all, it was your whole consortium, right? Everybody, you paid 10. Someone come to you with 25% of that a year later tomorrow. Here you go, on top of your 10. Peace. So they thought they were good. PR, peep the PR in this. We Gucci. Mark Walters, good. I walked away just because it was money. It ain't because of the Feds. It ain't because of nothing else. No pressure. $2.5 billion. You know how long it's going to take to make that? Wink, wink. He gone. Jeanie, like, more money? I bet Jeanie at first was like, more money? Wow. No brothers around here to say no or anything? More money? Yeah. But then here's the loophole. When they made the sale, brothers are sitting there on the sidelines, got to be like, oh, hey, this is our turn. Let's vote. Because in the transition, in the sale, we could go up for a vote again. Do we want to sell this? Do we want to go there? So then I don't know what part of the contract they read, if not all of it. It basically said, in the transition, you got to vote. Now we got 5 of us, 4 brothers and a sister. Jeanie, we 5 deep. We can outvote her. Yeah. We know math. 5 is more than 1. And then, boom, that's where Shams comes from. Shams has a relationship with some of the brothers, right? Real spit. Can't hide it. Doesn't mean it influences his reporting, but he got a relationship. Let's just be real. Okay. So then, boom, headlines hit. Bam, they sold it. Bam, Jeanie like, so what? Yeah, we sold it to the Bob Iger, but we still in this. No, we not. Y'all sold it all. What? So she reading fine print like a mug. What does governor really mean? What do I have in power? Veto power, all that. And literally, that's where the story stops right now. But peep game, listen to this. This is crazy. This is like sports. So you know that everything that you do is a muscular move. If I do this, like when I play football, my first play, Jonathan Ogden right there, I'm not doing my best move, play 1. It's a setup. I got to make him start to think, because if I do my best and he does his best, he has the advantage. He knows where the ball is going. He knows when the ball is being snapped. He knows where the quarterback should throw it and stand in the pocket. All that. He just got an advantage. My advantage is you big as hell, but I'm quicker than you, and I can see what you can't see. I can see behind you. I can see the money. I see the quarterback. You can't. You got to trust. Okay, so that's my advantages, right? I'm quicker than you, and I ain't weak. I'm not probably as strong as you, maybe not. Certainly not as heavy as your ass, but I can see the money. Same thing. So when you doing stuff, you setting them up. When them boys got fired, them boys didn't just go home and say, them boys said, oh, there'll be a way. There'll be a way. And Jeanie was thinking, I got the advantage now. I'm good. It's all in my power and control. And look how they clashed. Jeanie thought she was going to have it all cool, calm, collected, even in transition of a sale. Brothers were saying they're probably like, can't wait. If she did it to us, she going to do it again. She going to get greedy. She going to want more. She going to keep going. She going to open herself up. Look how they got to think about each other as family. That's gangster. So beat up in the comments. That's where they are right now. My gut tells me that there's something in that contract that protects Jeanie. If Jeanie was protected from Dr. Buss upon his death, I think it went thorough. I mean, this is Dr. Buss, genius. Come on now, PhD, Dr. Buss. So I think it's, you know, I'm not. I love me some Jesse Buss, and I want them all to be. They're all gonna be rich. So rich ain't the question. It's just like I want them to all be in harmony, but. Look at me. Fix your own house, Wiley, before you talk about theirs. So beat up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Let's move on to the next topic, which is let's get to Stephen A. Smith, man. This is Stephen A. Y'all want to do Stephen A. Smith, the thumbs down? And the WNBA. Then we're going to get to Rachel, see if she like men. Because I don't know what's going on. Somebody told me that, and I've been seeing some videos of her. I really didn't consume her content. I didn't. I like the show, and I love Van, but, you know, I don't watch the whole podcast. But then I didn't know she had, like, they've been calling her out. They were like, you like Malika Andrews worse. And I knew Malika had that stigma on her. It seems like it's kind of faded away. But, you know, when she went at Stephen A. and tried to – Stephen A. said, you on my show. Remember that? Here goes Stomp, number one. My dog Stomp is in the building. Master Proplex, trap music. Look at these OGs. Rick J. and Juggernaut. Who is Rick J? Welcome to the crew, homie. Respect to you. I see all you members out there. 4G Mo, I see you. Mike in the building. All y'all getting it in. Drew Mac and Cheese up in here. I see y'all. Loves. Let's keep the show flowing for those who ain't knowing how we do it. Stephen A. Smith. This messed up right here. Boy, oh. I hate when people say, look, I'm not embarrassed because NABJ doesn't represent me. You know what I mean? I know they got National Association of Black Journalists, and I guess you could throw me up in there, but they don't represent me. They ain't never asked me to vote on anything. I've been there one time. But it's just a reflection of who you are. Like, I'm in the media, and I'm Black, and then you just going to do something that I don't agree with. And then the fact that there's that many people that do agree with it, it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. Like, it's almost like how Black people fight for their Black card, so they try to act hard or down, like, yo, I'm Blacker than you. And it's like, dog, you're never going to win that. There's no such thing as that, right? Right? Just own what you really are. So I feel for Stephen A. right now. I really do. Because, like, and y'all used to kiss his butt and kiss up to him. And now all of a sudden we got a problem. Okay, so, well, we got a problem. This is the show. Of all shows, we like problems because we going to help you solve them because we ain't fighting. It ain't that deep. Let's go.
NABJ did Saturday night or Friday night, whichever night it was. I believe it was Saturday night. It is BS. And I get a lot of people want to pile on and they want to jump on it because you have your own individual feelings about me. I'm here to tell y'all are entitled to that. Mm-hmm. Not the NABJ. Ooh. You're not entitled to that. Mm. This is me we're talking about here.
Me, Pac-Man.
I am the same guy that brought a nationally televised show to a journalism conference, which is the NABJ, the last 2 years.
Think about that. Think about that.
Did you have anything to say about me then? Did I get a thumbs down then? First Take, a nationally televised show.
Talk it.
Which has been #1 for 14 straight years.
What did I tell you about Stephen A. when Michael Wilbon ain't there? #1 morning show, but it's #1. But I told you he always makes that distinction. He says #1 when nobody there to check him. But when Wilbon was there, what did he say? You guys are #1, and you know us in the mornings. I love it. He's dead on though. I hate when people use you up and then all of a sudden, then they're gonna use you for clout. They use you up and then they use you for clout. You know I'm going through that right now. You want to use up all my social equity, Stephen A. Smith. You want me to help bring ESPN, the worldwide leader, to a boring-ass hotel boardroom? To see y'all sit around there in your suits and go, yeah, one day I'm going to be at ESPN. That's what it is. It's a conference of people that want to be there, and people are already there. And you bring First Take and all those resources, that costs money to go on site. But this is the thing. We just went through this with the Bus family. Same thing I'm going through. Same thing that a lot of people going through. Cats don't, the loyalty card, stop playing. Look how they want to land the plane. People don't want to land the plane smoothly anymore because they get more coverage and attention when they crash out. Hey, we're going to be all right. Put the seatbelt on. Evacuate as soon as we hit the ground. Let that little floaty jump out. Like people, I mean, I'm not lying. It is real. It's gremlins out here with the heart of trash that are crashing out for attention to convert the attention to money, to fame, to fortune. It's real. And that's what I feel right now. As soon as I heard this, I was like, oh, this is a thirst trap of the worst degree.
We came to the National Association for Black Journalists in Chicago and Cleveland, back-to-back years. Of course, I got to thank ESPN for that. They're the ones that signed off on that. Specifically, now former executive Dave Roberts. It doesn't happen without him. It doesn't happen without ESPN. But you know who else it doesn't happen without? Me. Because if I'm not willing to show up, we ain't coming.
Thank you. That part.
But I was there.
Look at that. Look at that dude.
I was there, not just to do the show.
See, look at that dude hugging him and stuff.
I also stood in the booth for over an hour doing the jobs fair. I also gave a speech.
Jobs fair. This is what I'm talking about. You got ESPN, you got First Take, you got Stephen A. Smith, and y'all at a jobs fair. I ain't gonna lie. Look, them conventions and stuff, I know that a lot of stuff happens and good stuff comes from it. Good for you. Walking around the damn whole hotel for a week with a lanyard on. You cornbreads. Go ahead, enjoy it. Okay? I get it. I've been there. But don't forget you were there too. And don't ever try to take a shot at the one who tried to put light on this so that more things could blossom from this. You ungrateful suckers. Like, and the reason you did it, and we all know the reason, is political. And y'all talking about black people, black journalists. No, you don't. You mean certain types of black people. I'm going to let y'all say it before I say it. But I know it's got to be about Democrats and Republicans. Oh, he conservative now. Or this. You mother suckers, if y'all don't shut up. No, that's why socioeconomically, black people are at the bottom or second to last in 14 of the 17 major categories. It's that simple. And I'm black telling you. Ignorant. You don't want to be open-minded. You think everything in this world going to work by being Republican? Nope. You think everything in this world gonna work by being Democrat? Nope. So why the hell you over there trying to police which side you on? Why don't you just follow the real, the facts, follow the evidence, follow what makes sense? God dang. So scared you gotta hide in your little group. I don't give a damn how many of y'all with. I don't care. I don't care how many of y'all wrong. Wrong is wrong, right is right. And some of these issues, probably many, neither side is completely right or completely wrong, but you don't have nuance. Thank you for having no nuance, because you sending all them people over here, because we got nuance on this show. We talking through it. And if y'all don't like it, go.
I also mentored and talked to, as I continue to do, young, aspiring Black journalists, and I have done that religiously for decades. I started my career at the Philadelphia Inquirer. I know it's the New York Daily News as a high school reporter, but thereafter, in 1994, I began my career at the Philadelphia Inquirer, courtesy of Sandra Long, a longtime executive for the Philadelphia Inquirer, synonymous with the NABJ, whom I first met at the jobs fair of the NABJ. My career started because I was at the NABJ job fair.
And this is what's disturbing to me. And I know he's going to do it. And I want to leave this video because I don't even want to hear it. And it's no diss to him. I don't want him to have to prove how Black he is. I don't want him to have to prove how close he was to the NABJ. I don't want to hear how influential Black women have been in his life. And I know he's going to go through all those validations. Talking about biting the hand that feeds you. Ugh. Ugh. And frankly, a lot of people never heard of the NABJ. Now they heard of it in this light. Let's just say that ain't gonna help enrollment. What you gonna grow enrollment off the anti-Stephen A. Smith bill? The anti-Stephen A. Smith favor? Like, that's what we want, the legislation of anti-Stephen A. Smith. Because if y'all don't like Stephen A. Smith, I know y'all don't like me. I know you don't like me, because I'm never going to tell you what side I'm riding on, because I ain't riding on your side. I ride where I want to ride. You know how many lanes it is on this freeway? I ride where I want to ride. Well, come on over here. For what? I ain't staying there. Every topic that comes, I got a new mindset on it. Simple as that. Some things I'm consistent on because you keep asking the same question a different way. It's the same question, stupid. I swear, man, I'm looking at Black people in this organization, NABJ, whoever the top on down. I'm looking at you like, I guarantee I know what you are. I guarantee I know how you think. I guarantee I know where you're going to be. I could predict you. You're a robot with flesh on it. You just, I'm going to go, I'm going to go. That's why them people don't mess with me, but they do mess with me. You know, all of a sudden, people start talking bad about me around 2023 when them were, you know, I had some viral moments. I'm the one that exposed, I am the one that exposed Black Lives Matter. I literally was the one. And I didn't do it to expose them in a negative way. I said, here's to educate y'all in case y'all don't know what you're following, because I know you don't. I knew nobody read that damn mission statement. You couldn't read it and then be like, yeah, let's honk at the red light. You ain't honking over that. I know I did that. And that might have made some political enemies. And that's why I get all these, whatever. We'll deal with it. What can you do to me? What can you do to Stephen A. Smith? What are you going to do? Take his money away, hurt his money, hurt his pockets? Yes, we don't want that to happen, obviously. But if that's going to be the cost of me being who I am to myself, the boss of me, you can have it. I'm in a hotel right now. Peaceful, brother. I came on this show feeling great. I was at Walmart yesterday. Shut up, NABJ, with y'all ungrateful asses. Get him, Stephen A.
And yet, Saturday night, I saw the president of the organization, Erin Haynes, go up on stage.
Oh, that's her? Okay.
And give me a thumbs down award for disparaging Black women.
Oh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts. I know it does. Come on, big dog. I know.
I received a lot of insults in my day.
Oh, I knew it. See? Woo!
That might be the lowest. I'll address that in a second, but I want you all to understand the magnitude of what a few board members for the NABJ elected to try and do to me.
Damn, I was going to leave. I want to hear this.
Ladies and gentlemen, did you know that in the history of the NABJ, according to my research, only 4 individuals have ever received the Thumbs Down Award?
Oh,
usually,
I ain't get it.
It's reserved for organizations. But myself, along with founder, owner, and president and CEO of Circle City Broadcasting, Mr. DeJuan McCoy, received it this past weekend. But also Jason Blair, the former, the disgraced New York Times reporter. That is the category that I have now been lumped into.
Let me just say this. That's disgusting. Because it's all just difference of opinion, it sounds like. Because 2 of those people I do know. That's disgusting. No wonder I ain't part of NABJ. No wonder I never was attracted to that, because I just knew how false it was. Like I'm not joining y'all to think like y'all. Like, I could be a part of you and you could have a piece of me, but is this a cult? Because Stephen A. Smith is going after, he has an opinion. He's an opinionist. He disagrees. But these are the casualties of going into the political sphere. If you want to go talk politics, you're going to make people really mad. You think you talking bad about their football team or their basketball team in sports, talk about their politics. Oh, they're going to be butthurt. But my thing is, I don't care about politics like that. I care about the results. So I don't care about who is trying to really grab the power. I just care about what gets done. I don't care if it's an old white man, old black man, old white woman, old white man, old black woman. I don't care. I just want to get done. And one thing I've learned, that if things are not getting done the way you're doing them, do them different. That's how I became a professional athlete. Not because I was the biggest, fastest, strongest dude you could ever see. I was close. But it's because when shit wasn't working, I didn't get frustrated. I didn't doubt myself fully. I doubted, but I didn't doubt fully. I got my butt back up and said, do it this way then. Do it that way then. Figure it out. That's how you keep climbing. People mad at me right now. Why are you so happy or joyful or still good after all you going through? What you think I'm about to do? Stop? I got more wins in front of me, homie, with my itty bitties. What you talking about? I ain't gonna lose all my momentum I have in my life. Trust me, I see the scoreboard. It still look good for me. Oh, she ran that kickback. Yeah, well, I'm about to say, we lost. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. And these people want you to just keep doing the same thing, especially the whole black community, which they're trying to reflect and trying to act like they know what's best for. Are you shitting me? You still having job fairs. If you don't send me that damn link, some AI with it, well, job fair, I'm standing in line with my suit on. I hope to meet Stephen A. Only been here an hour. Hope to meet him. And then go give him your business card in 8 seconds. He got a stack this big. Will y'all stop? Oh, or outdated RS methods and ways of doing stuff. Stop. I'm telling you, dog, I don't know what I need to be, but I need to be in a position of power to tell people. Because I'll tell you straight up, that ain't going to work. Or it hasn't worked. That's all I'm talking about. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about nothing but it. And we know some of the things that they are supporting don't work, including the Thumbs Down Award. Don't you need more people in your organization? Don't you need diversity of thought? What happened to inclusion? It only works when it's your boxes that he's checking.
I've been in this business for 33 years. I'm one of 21 African Americans in this country's history to have ever been named a general sports columnist. I have climbed the charts from an intern to a high school reporter, all the way to a columnist. I've hosted national radio shows, as I do right now on Sirius XM.
You're the man. You're the man. We know it, brother.
I'm the executive producer and the star of the #1 sports morning show.
There you go.
For the last 14 years.
Now I'm going to stop it right there, because I know you're going to keep going. We might part 2 you, but we got other people that want to chime in on this. My people. And I bet when Joe Biden was running or in office and all that, I bet not one of them said anything bad. Who else? Kamala Harris, I know when she was running, I know damn well they didn't say, like, ugh. I tell you, all my friends, the litmus test is if they can't talk bad about me, they ain't my homie. And I got some friends who trying to be my homie. You know how it goes. Somebody try to be your friend, and you're like, I go through the review. I'm like, they ain't never said nothing crazy about me. And I know I got something wrong. You ain't the one to tell me I got an eye booger. You ain't the one to tell me, dog, that last thing you said, I don't know about that. I got a lot of friends because you got to qualify that way. If you ain't going to keep it real with me, I don't need to be around you, brother. Simple as that. And they don't keep it real. I know they don't keep it real. I'll be seeing this stuff. I'm like, what is this? Just like this. And I'm going to stereotype it. I see this. I see Don Lemon and Jemele Hill. I can predict where it's going. But guess what? I'm not mad at that because that's called consistency. With their belief in that, you need this. Also, you need Stephen A. Smith, who ain't going to go all the way with them sometimes. Right? You need some of them. And then you need me, who going to go the other way, god dang it. But you don't want that. So that's why you ain't real. You ain't really reflecting no black community.
A little nuance, okay?
Yeah.
Now, has Stephen A. been, have the criticisms of Stephen A. been unfair? The answer is no. I think they've been completely fair, and I think a lot of them have been valid in terms of, as I was talking about, that different energy. Wow. And I'm trying to understand where that comes from. And I think politically, people definitely have a problem with how he's used his platform and who he has platformed on his platform, and, you know, kind of the circles that he seems to be ingratiating himself with. It leaves a little, you know, leaves one to raise the eyebrows and say, okay, what's really going on here?
What's going on here? Who in the hell are y'all to police his borders? Don't have him on the show. Ooh, I mean, look, even if I grew up in the era where they used to have the Ku Klux Klansmen on TV to ask them, why in the hell y'all doing this crazy stuff? What's wrong with y'all? And what was that? A Donahue, right? He used to have them on. He'd be like, why you don't like black people? We wasn't on his head like that. I mean, people didn't like it, trust me, but you needed to be informed. Like, how do you get information if you only stay in your comfort zones? How do you grow? You guys are limited in thought. I could tell. That's why they so good on what they're good at, and then that's all they want to stick to and stay. They don't take me nowhere else. What are we talking about here? And I'm not even talking about Jemele. I'm talking about what Jemele is out here professing. Because there's people who are going to just be just like that. The criticism is fair. Who he's platforming, I don't give a damn who on his show. Watch it or don't. But at the same time, learn from it. People think you can't learn from not. You don't just learn from doing. You learn from what you didn't do. It's called the definition of others. In life, this is the wrong question to ask kids. So what do you want to be when you grow up? You asking a third grader, he don't know. He gonna say the same thing, doctor, lawyer, fireman, or football player, basketball player. That's why it's so stupid. Don't go there and ask that. When I go to a kid's school, I ain't asking them what they want to be. I said, tell me who you don't want to be. Tell me what you don't want to do. Let's build you up. Y'all don't even know about the definition of others. Oh my God. Keep going.
You know, you're flirting with running for president.
Oh.
We know that you're friends with some interesting people, to say the least. And I don't want to be getting into business of judging people by their friend groups, but I think people can see the dynamic of what's unfolding and saying, like, who is he trying to ingratiate himself to and why? So there's that component of it, which I think those are fair observations. And
I do judge people by their film group.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
All right. I mean, that's, I understand, you know.
Yeah. It says a lot about who you are.
All right. Y'all be looking at me crazy too. I got it.
Right, exactly.
I don't like doing that. And Don, this is a joke, but take it seriously. You're married to a white man. You want me to judge you by a white man and you about to talk about this black issue? Do you really want me to just kind of like, I don't know, dilute your response because you got half white? See what I'm saying? That's stupid, right? You feel me, right? You think that's pretty dumb. You actually probably felt attacked me even saying that in a joking way. I could get serious with it. Jemele, you got blonde hair right now. I mean, I don't know. Y'all want to play this little jokey dance around the real issue? We all borrow from each other. Why y'all so damn stingy? Why y'all so scared? Go outside. People love you, no matter what. Y'all still stuck on the surface. That's what it is, all surface. My friend group. You want to see my friend group? It's crazy looking. And they all good because they my friends. You can peel their flesh off. I give a damn. But man, y'all playing this real hypocritical game because everybody has something with them, on them, in them that's going to disqualify you from the conversation. But you want to play jokey with him. Look who he's hanging with. What? I hang with who the hell I want to hang with and get what I want to get with them. Y'all,
I understand. So yeah, I get that. And I think those are fair criticisms and observations. But here's where it gets to me a little thorny. Yes, it is true that First Take, you mentioned this, they brought the show to NABJ. Part of that is because Stephen A. has exhibited an actual commitment to Black journalism. He's an HBCU graduate. He's taken the show on the road, as in First Take, to many HBCUs. And while he wasn't the first show at ESPN to do that, my show actually was. But when I had his and hers, we went to Howard's Homecoming and did a big show. But that's okay. That's neither here nor there. It's not about me. But he has done that. And knowing a little bit with how he operates his show, there are Black people that work on his show that he has actively, intentionally hired to bring Black folks at the producer level, at other levels in our industry, to bring them into the fold. There are a lot of Black people who can say, Stephen A. helped me with my career. That Stephen A., he elevated me in this way. When he had his show, quite frankly, on ESPN, it is true, he created a segment strictly for Black voices on his show because there wasn't a lot of Black columnists. I was one of the Black columnists that appeared on his show. Me, Rob Parker, Gary Howard. It was very few of us. Stephen A., it is true, gave us a platform to do those things.
Listen how they say, it is true. Like, I know you don't believe it. I know I can't believe it. I know I sound ungrateful right now because I'm about to just say, but... What's the use of helping anybody if this is how they're going to repay you? Say that again, Wiley. Testify. What's the use of helping anybody if this is how they're going to repay you, boo-boo? Jemele, it ain't worth every interview to say this. That man helped you when nobody else was trying to help you like that. That means if you really want to look at life in real terms, you could have still been there. Somebody would have came along sooner or later, you could say, but nobody did. Man, don't ever our world, what is happening? What is happening? You ungrateful people. Like you forgetting where you're from. That sounds like you forgot where you're from. You're from where he needed to help you and get you where you are. You needed that rent money, boo. And he hooked you up. And now you're going to say, he gave me the money because he wanted. Let me just say this. We did a show, what was it, 2 weeks ago or so. I told you why successful people, I think the world is really suffering from successful people. I'm talking about smart. I'm talking about next level geniuses with money. They are disconnected from the masses. And that's why we don't have a middle class. Because they like, y'all fend for yourself. Because this is how y'all going to pay me back. I'm telling you, the people I know that have 9 figures, even some of the 8-figure dudes that just get to that funk you money. Like, shut up. They don't come outside. They don't talk to people like that. They got surveillance. They got security. They don't kick it with people no more. They living on their own island in their head and their world because they tired of people doing this to them. Always setting them up, always wanting something, always trying to get something. And then when they give them something, they twist the story so they can sound glorious in it. Funked up. And that's what I'm telling you. Y'all want to know where the middle class went? It went when you make it, bye-bye, cut ties, and you just drift away. I don't need y'all. Everything on my Amazon app. I ain't got to go nowhere. I ain't got to go to Walmart.
So while I do understand that how he has done and moved and operated in certain ways has gone against the mission of NABJ, and that thumbs down award, that is what it is supposed to address. I do think the body of work should matter. And Stephen A. does not have a lengthy track record, I think, of going against the core and the root of what Black journalism is. And while I don't like a lot of the things that he has said, I also cannot absolve or cannot erase the contributions he's made, both as a Black journalist himself and also as somebody who has tried in many instances to use his position to help other Black journalists.
Okay. We'll get back to that maybe in part 2, because where she started is not where she ended. She said that the criticism and him getting the thumbs down was fair, which turned into like, well, he's been going against some of the things NABJ stands for. 2, oh, well, his record, actually, he's helped a lot of Black people. Can y'all stop? Why y'all on this Black meter of how much Black help you're giving? Like, everything is based on the meter of how much Black help have you given. He's Black. Everything he gives is a Black meter. You should be counting that. Even if you hook up a white person, count that. You think white people ain't hooked you up? Who was running ESPN when you were there? It wasn't Stephen A. Smith? Skipper? Oh, okay. Like, this whole, like, I mean, I'm glad, look, let me just say it like this. I'm glad I don't count it. I'm glad I don't count stuff like that. You know how maniacal you got to be like, what'd you just do? Was it for a Black person? Yeah. Like, I mean, I get it. I get it. Just get to it. But let's hear what Whitlock got to say. And chances are, it's going to be gangster. It's going to be gangster. Oh, let's see what Whitlock. God, Lord. It's like, you know how people always say, don't count your pockets. Why are you counting how many Black M&Ms I got? Like, get out of my pocket. God dang. Can you stop? I want to hear this. This is right up his alley. Let's hear this. This got to be gangster. Come on, baby. Don't disappoint.
The National Association of Black Journalists just handed Stephen A. Smith a thumbs down award for recurring public pattern of disparaging commentary directed at prominent Black women. No clip, no quote, no timestamp, just a moral death sentence with the footnotes missing. This is not about manners. This is about who is allowed to correct whom in Black America.
There you go.
Stephen A. went at Jasmine Crockett, called her rhetoric fit for the streets. Then he walked it back the way powerful men walk things back when the temperature rises. Take a listen.
This educated, brilliant Black woman representing over 750,000 people is engaging in verbiage and rhetoric for the streets. You literally have senators and congressional figures on Capitol Hill on the side of the Republicans telling the networks, please, please, please put her front and center on camera. Why would they do that? Because they know it wins for them.
He has sparred with Joy Reid. He has been messy about Kamala Harris. Athlete police, media police, same collar, different hands, and still the charge lands as pattern, not proof. That is the tell. When an institution stops arguing facts and starts issuing vibes, it is no longer a press guild. It is a loyalty court. Now,
man, he dropping jewels. That pattern, not proof. Oh, you know that hit home for me right now. Cats, that's the new way. Just show a pattern, and then that's supposed to prove something. No, that don't prove jack until you prove it. Like, people are so lazy. Oh yeah, he did that. He did that too. Oh yeah, he did it. And then, what is NABJ standing for if they only want one way, one voice? They are reinforcing. Let me find out. Y'all reinforcing the monolith. All Black kids in the ghetto must become athletes or entertainers. All you Black people everywhere else who are not as gifted as them, you must become working class. Like, are you serious? Y'all are not only reinforcing stereotypes, you're helping to define them. You are employing them. Are you kidding me?
Let me paint you a picture of a man who saw the weather changing. Stephen A. builds the culture table under straight shooter media. Ashley Christopher, Tori Copper, Sumatra Abernathy, strong black women, paid seats, relationship talk, culture talk, society talk. Kevin Frazier in the mix, robust female perspective, they call it. Stephen A. knew NABJ was coming for him. Yeah. He knew the enforcement arm does not run on debate. It runs on obedience. So he bought insurance. He put black women on the payroll to sit with him and sand off the edges of his brand. Not because the conversation was urgent, because the verdict was predictable. It did not matter. They will accept the panel. They will accept the checks. They will accept the proximity. Then they will still demand silence. That is not partnership. That is a tribute. And do not pretend the only charge is tone with black women.
Whitlock with a pen is a man. He is writing the shit out of it. Hey, Stephen A. saw that. I remember I saw that show coming. I was like, why? But I was like, I get it. Expanding. Why not? First I said, why? And then I said, oh, why not? And I didn't even think politically how he was trying to insulate himself. It don't matter, dog. Like in the Scarface. This is why I always tell cats, why you walking around here all guarded like that? Relax. If they want to get you, you got. No. You know what? This is crazy. And this is a little left quick turn. I was listening to this guy. He's dead now. Rapper Draco the Ruler, right? Rest in peace. But I love great music, LA music. He has song after song talking about, I got the Draco on me, the big gun, right? He gets killed, stabbed in the neck. In the Scarface, dog. They're gonna get you if they want to get you. The best thing to do, the best protection I've ever seen is be a good person. Right? Be a good person. That's the best. Give that energy, you get it back. What you give is what you get. All these cats walking around here all armed up and still getting got. Makes no sense. Sorry, I had to get that off my chest.
Stephen A. called a second penalty for leaving the plantation script. He started sounding like a man open to Republican air. He toyed with presidential talk. He let a black man with a mega platform act like his ballot and his future were not owned by one party's priesthood. For NABJ's worldview, that is not independence. That is treason. Wow. Criticize a black congresswoman and flirt with the wrong coalition, and the ceremony writes itself. Look at the shape of the thing. NABJ leadership is stacked with women and the men who have learned the liturgy. Aaron Hayes holds the gavel. The mission statement says, protect black journalists. The practice says, protect black women from correction and supervise black men who forget the rule. Damn. The rule is simple. Black women are not peers in the arena of ideas. They are shrines. You do not critique a shrine. You bring flowers. You genuflect. You apologize for the thought crime of noticing. Any mild public criticism is betrayal. Betrayal worthy of a ceremonial execution in front of the industry. Prince already named it. Pussy control, not romance, jurisdiction. The right to police the tongue of men who provide, perform, and pay. Men who are told their strength is welcome until it grows a spine. Stephen A. Smith has value. First Take, money, jobs, the biggest mouth in the sports media. NABJ has leverage. One trophy, one press release, one charge with no exhibits. And the loudest man in the room is reminded he is still on a leash.
Damn.
He says they had their turn and his is coming. Good. But understand what he is walking into. This is not a disagreement about Jasmine Crockett's legislative record. This is a system that cannot afford equality of scrutiny. Because if black women can be wrong in public, the whole priesthood loses its monopoly on shame. And if a high-profile black man can drift toward Republican politics, or presidential ambition without kneeling first, the collar comes loose. Nothing corrupts more than praise, and nothing terrifies a priesthood more than a black man who won't kneel after he was already paid.
Wow. He did not disappoint. God dang. So what I caught from that is like they're on different wavelengths in terms of what they're attacking. So Stephen A. Smith is saying, I'm going after topics. I'm going after factual matter. I'm going after things that we can see that's tangible, right? And what Whitlock is saying is you're playing a way deeper game than that. You're in the wrong end of the pool. You think it's not that deep. Try and stand up right now. It is that deep. It's funny because he brought in church, he brought in pastors, he brought in, you know, the whole, when you have the congregation, you see how many people there, how many women there, how many old women there, and the whole dynamic, how it's designed. I will say this, because I feel some of this happening right now when the system is against you and you're trying to talk to the system, what's really being heard and how much force they will use against you to make sure you stop talking about it. And remember, I talked about how the intersection occurs always between you being courageous or being a coward. And Stephen A. Smith faced that. That's why he put that show together in part, the women's show. I guarantee it now. Yep, that's right. I'm facing that right now. Because it's like, you can roll over and just be like, all right, you got me. And I know people that have done it. Oh, I'm getting divorced. She's taking half. Oh, you got me. I don't want to fight. I don't want to speak out for myself. Because I had to battle with it. I was like, dog, should I stay quiet and just let it all play itself out and it will work? I said, no, because what they said about me was loud as hell. So I got to be as loud. Because my kids ain't going to know the difference. My kids ain't going to know, oh, daddy, you didn't do that because of what? You were scared or you were courageous? They don't care. They just care about the result. Are you here, daddy? I love you. You know how I spell love, daddy? T-I-M-E. Be with me. So you got to fight. And women know that. Women know that they got that upper hand. Think about it. You could be with somebody forever and they could just say one day, you know what? I was going through so much trauma, I never brought up anything. But now here we go. Oh, okay. And I know some people probably really have done that. And that's what always gets them by to do it again. But I'm calling BS. Because I know if a dude ever said, you know what? I was there 20 years, never said a word. And now I got to say all this stuff. Even though it could be true, like hers is true, could be. Guess what? How you going to receive it, though? Man, stop. Simple as that. Stephen A. in for it. Because this is what they do. This is why it's a plantation conversation. Stephen A., hey, say it again. I dare you. Say it again. You don't like how this feels right now, do you? But if I'm Stephen A. and I'm talking to you, Stephen A., right now, fuck that. Don't let them tell you how to talk. You go down on your own. Okay? 6 million ways to die. You choose one. You ain't choosing this. You only gonna die once, brother. The rest of this is gonna feel like death. It's gonna feel like mini deaths. It's gonna feel like, oh my God, I lost. Man, you ain't lost nothing. Because everything you lost, you could go get back and gain more. That's what they don't understand. They don't know how this bone breaks and repairs itself stronger. Come back, man. If I'm you, Stephen A., because I would hate to see Stephen A. now biting his tongue. He believes that. Why y'all want anything different? That's who he is. I don't care if he evolved. Yes, you're supposed to evolve. Why he change up? Because you're supposed to change up. You still the same? You still the same? You still on Crenshaw? What? Man, look. I know everybody from everywhere. And everybody from everywhere want to be somewhere else. All this rep my city. Yeah, until I got to move. Boy, there's so many falsehoods out there. Catch me out like he really down, he about it. He's stuck. He ain't down. He's stuck. Because when he ain't stuck, where did he go? Somewhere else. I know too many real ones. I give you examples. Schoolboy Q, homie, respect. First time I got to meet him, I was pumped to meet him. He was pumped to meet me. He like, man, I grew up on you, man, watching you play, all this stuff. I was like, what? I said, you Schoolboy Q, stop playing with me. He was performing at the stadium. And I was like, dog, I love you. And I know, you know, his street ties and stuff, and where I'm from is not friendly with where he's from, and we laughing. And it's like, Schoolboy Q golfs every day if he can, and just hangs out with his kids and takes them to soccer practice. And he's just a normal dude. But growing up, oh man, he was about that. Come on, man. He wasn't stuck though, because he had that talent and that vision. I give you that's a great example. You questioning if Schoolboy Q down? Good luck with that. And that's just one of the thousands, if not millions. It's okay if you're stuck, dog. Get unstuck. But you're not going to get unstuck listening to NABJ and their little one way of thinking, one way of doing, and it has to be their way. That ain't you. God didn't make you for them. He made you for you. And if you ain't going to be you, no wonder you stuck. Getting this badass advice every day. Kissing up to one side of the aisle every day. Ugh. Ugh. Get your ass out of here. All right. We got two more topics we're going to do since we're talking about the ladies. My Mercedes, hopeful in the back tooth. Hey, Stomp number 1, 4G-Mo number 2, Drew Mac number 3, Trap Music number 4, Geechee Dan number 5. Kurt, we got to talk about, man, I want to do this youth sports, but we ain't got time. I know how we roll. Let's go here. Rachel Lindsay, I got to know something about you. Rachel. And that's, I think she's been in my house too. Man, what they say, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. I don't want to call her an enemy. She's not my enemy, but the way she talk about me, boy, I might be hers. Goodness, lady. Okay, so why am I doing this? Because I don't know how, it's almost like a series. People are telling me, yo, Wiley, people were really happy when you got locked up. And I was like, really? But I'm locked up, so I don't know. I got to trust y'all. And they was like, nah, dog, you need to look. And they start sending me clips. Like, these cats really was set tripping. And I was like that? And now that I see this, I'm starting to highlight some of the people. And there's people on this list that going to have to see me going forward in some capacity. So I want to know who real from fake. I know there's some people who were happy, who convicted me already. I know some people who said something then and ain't saying something now. I'm watching. So now let's see. This is them when this is the 4th of July, I guess. So July 7th when they did a show after the 4th of July. Let's check the tonality, shall we? Let's see what they're talking about.
This next story is not in any way fun. So this is our first departure from fun in this entire episode. Donnie?
All right. Yeah, former.
Bottom line, go USA.
What just happened?
Go USA. I don't feel bad about it being against the Belgians. I feel bad that Trump got involved, but it's kind of a win-win. Either Trump got involved and...
Let me find out that they delete. Oh, no, they couldn't have done that. They couldn't have done that. Shout out to Van, too. Van knows I am not coming at him. I talked to Van yesterday. That's my dog, okay?
Yeah.
So it'll be fun to watch.
We get to spin it. It's a spin case. This next story is not in any way fun. So this is our first departure from fun in this entire episode. Donnie?
All right. Yeah, former NFL defensive end, current podcaster Marcellus Wiley was arrested over the weekend in Orlando, Florida on alleged domestic battery charges. His wife, Annemarie, told cops that he poked her in the cheek and threatened to kill her. This is according to the arrest affidavit. The documents also state that Annemarie went on to say that she plans on divorcing Wiley, claiming he's had an unreported history of violence towards her in the past. Now, this news comes a few months after Wiley was also accused of sexual assault by 4 different people. That happened in April.
Has there been anything from Marcellus Wiley up to this point?
No, now he was released.
He was
Sunday
released.
night.
Okay.
$1,000 bond. I'm looking at
bond.
that right now. I was trying to see if there were any other updates.
So he told police that he and his wife did not have a physical altercation. Obviously, he's gonna
and he showed text messages
that said
they had cordial, that they were having cordial conversation.
Okay. Saying that he never
saw the face and the shoulders. See, it's so good to watch this now because we know the results and it's like we know the answer to the test. So now we're gonna see you struggle on that struggle bus, student, to figure out what 2 + 2 is. But go ahead. See this? I thought innocent to proven guilty. Look at this. And she a lawyer. I don't know what law firm. I'm not going to disparage a law firm, but boy, they need to check them damn W-2s. What the? You got this much energy. We ain't even started yet. This is your energy for innocent to proven guilty for a system that you're employed in? Oh, how dare you?
Laid a hand on her and that he was only there taking care of the children. Cops say Wiley showed them text messages between them, like you said, exchanging cordial messages. But based on Annemarie's written statement, police found probable cause to arrest Wiley for domestic violence battery. What does that mean? I don't understand. Based on
okay, I just want y'all to know that's all it takes. Somebody to say something. Like literally right now, I can say, Rachel Lindsay came over here and slapped me. You swear to say that? Yes, she did. Now, if Rachel wasn't doing a podcast with him and she had to prove a negative and say, I didn't slap him, well, prove it. I just went to the bathroom. I was at Marcellus's house seeing Annemarie, and I just went to the bathroom. Nah. He said you slapped him. He doesn't have any marks, no physical, but he said you slapped him. She want me to now all of a sudden report on it and do this? I mean, of course he's going to say he didn't. Woo! The rabbit got the gun now. Let's talk.
On the statement, they found probable cause. How's that work?
I mean, it's a low threshold. It's not like you're proving a case. It's not even more likely than not, but like, yeah, I mean, based on what she was saying, I saw one article that said she wasn't alone. There were other her children were definitely there. It alluded to maybe there were more people because they're there for a basketball tournament with their families, assuming other families as well. So based on what she said, and she also said that there's been a history of domestic violence, even though it hasn't been
before,
reported.
Okay, now since we know the answer, and now there's a history, why did the history start in the present moment? Why did the history start right then? Why are you getting all this out now? And what you're getting out is based off of a premise that is false, a premise of innocence, not just presumed innocence, actually factually innocent. I just love the boo-boo on your face right now. I just love to see this. Like, I just love hearing somebody be this wrong. And then actually they're an expert in the field that they're being wrong on. Wow, come on.
And I guess there was enough for them to say, hey, he's a danger in this situation. He needs to be removed. Because that's one of the things that she asked. She asked that he would be removed from the hotel room, which he was. She says that she was afraid of them because he threatened her life and she was afraid of his behavior. You see the mugshot, his eyes are like
bloodshot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're bloodshot right now. It's 5 in the morning too. You can say I'm sleepy. Nope, it ain't that. I'm dark skinned. My family got bloodshot eyes. We got Michael Jordan eyes, liquor store eyes. Some are yellow, some are red. We stay that way, lady. Be around some real brothers, you'll see it. You know how I would look if I had white eyes? Just like when people always tell me, they like, dog, why don't you get your teeth whitened? I was like, you want me to look like a uniform in NFL? I don't want black and white. Like, you got to be a little off color, a little yellow, just because I'm dark. I can't have white eyes. I look like Boogaboo. Like, so this is what a lawyer is going to bring up, that he has bloodshot eyes. Is that guilt? No. Did you even do a comparison contrast? Is his eyes always like that? Look, I put a picture up just to, woo, you like being a lawyer, huh? You might need one. You might have to represent yourself. This is getting dangerous, girlfriend.
And that's really all we have. Yeah, she said their 7-year-old daughter witnessed the incident. She said the daughter told deputies she did not see Marcellus touch her mother, but she did hear them arguing.
So did the daughter witness the incident or not?
She must have been like in another room or something. Okay. But like enough to.
Oh, Rachel, you're gonna have to see me now. We're gonna have to talk, and it might be with a judge in front of us. You know that's wrong, right? And if you have done your homework, all you need is a retraction, or you did the other video when I was found innocent and didn't even show the retraction, didn't even correct yourself, and actually doubled down and sound worse, like I had really been found guilty. My daughter was there with Annemarie. Okay. And the argument was over an alarm clock. Wasn't an argument. Kids think it's an argument if you ain't talking about Christmas gifts. Kids are like, what are you talking about? We're talking about an alarm. Rachel, this is bad, bad, bad. Is it me? Is it men? Is it you're just sticking up for all women? Like, are you in the NABJ?
Here,
right?
But not
that
to
there's
see.
a fracas going on, but like,
yeah,
it was.
So they obviously, so that's adding to your question, them gathering information on whether or not to remove him. So there was a witness who could hear something. Now, I don't know if she could hear what was being said. I don't know if she relayed that to the police officers.
How? Hold on. Listen to yourself. You just said that she was there. But then you want to put her in a different room. But Annemarie already told you she had a witness. Witness. I saw it. I heard it. I was there. Her witness told her, Mommy, I don't know what you're talking about. That wasn't it. People do lie. People do tell the truth. Why are you not following the facts? Annemarie presented my daughter. I didn't. You might have a case if I was like, yo, my daughter saw it. And then my daughter's like, I wasn't in there, Daddy. And I was like, oh, yay. But that's not how this went. You think I want to bring my daughter into it? One, but two, Annemarie did, and then said, go ahead and tell them what you saw. You were there. And guess what the girl said? Little baby. She said, no, Mama. Daddy didn't do that. Daddy didn't touch you.
But she says she heard them arguing. And then you have what Annemarie says, clearly his eyes are bloodshot. It was enough for them to say, we need to remove him from the situation.
We know this couple.
Mm-hmm.
I've known Marcellus Wiley for probably like going on like 10 years, like probably a little bit
really?
longer.
I've only known Annemarie for about 4.
Well,
well, let me say this. And the reason you don't know her anymore is because of her political beliefs. Answer that, Rachel. She MAGA to you, so you don't rock with her. Is that true? You know it's true. I remember I told you yesterday, I was like, they fell out. Oh, yeah, they did fall out. How you fall out because somebody don't want to vote like you vote? This just lets me know your level of immaturity. You grow up.
Knew even when like they met, it was like I saw him in the ArcLight one point, and he was with her, and then they went on to get married and have kids and stuff like that. Now, 2 things. The 4 women that have accused Marcellus Wiley in the past, Marcellus Wiley has gone to his platform. He's talked about these women in these instances, and he's been very critical of the women and their recollections of this stuff, who they are, and the entire deal.
Let me take it further. How do I say this? Those ladies have spoken on record before, but all y'all are seeing is headlines. So when you read the headlines, oh yeah, I could convince you, just like Annemarie's did. But there is real evidence, conversations, written statements that contradict everything. So just like if you learned from this Annemarie, Florida incident, be careful reading them headlines. That's all I'm gonna say about that, because I have the confidence of the truth. But look at that stank face over there. She mad at me for being innocent? Wow, you want Black families to just crumble and to just have dysfunction, don't you?
Now, if he is to be believed, and if he's going to maintain whatever standing or stature he has left, he's going to have to do that about his wife. So it's not he said, she said with Marcellus Wiley now. It's a he said, they said. And honestly, when we discuss matters like this, volume is not something that damns you. Volume is not something that necessarily means that what happened is true, but it's not insignificant to get this entire history of women describing interactions this way, women making these types of allegations. And now you're here where with your wife, the woman that we have been told or he has held up as a perfect example of all of this stuff. Now, in order for this to go away, he's going to have to cast her in line with the other ladies who were out to get Marcellus Wiley, out to take down Marcellus Wiley, out to do all of that stuff. Because when these allegations start to mount, it starts to become clear that there's a glitch in you in the way that you deal with and treat women. And
oh, no, careful now. Careful, Van. I love you. Don't do that. Don't do that. Let me tell you why. And I love the fact that he gave perspective of what I have to deal with. Like, I'm fighting uphill. I'm fighting against bias. I'm fighting against these allegations. He's right. But this is where, once again, we're at the intersection of courageous or cowardly. They try to tell you what's wrong with you. Why do people keep saying stuff about you? Okay, give you an example. And this happened for real. I used to have a Rolls Royce. Ignorant. Gator boots. Ignorant. I remember getting into a fender bender. Like, yeah, a fender bender. And then literally the lady, I walk up to her car. I was like, you okay? She's like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. We weren't going fast or nothing like that. I was like, okay, well, here's my license, take a picture of my license plate and all that stuff. Fine. She was still in the car. She said she was fine. When she gets out, and then I think she had a passenger gets out, they see the car. Do you know what happened after that? Of course. All of a sudden, Miss I'm fine, we weren't going that fast, is all of a sudden trying to sue me for everything. Talking about her pinky toe hurt. Why I bring that up? It's the same thing. When the money gets involved, there's 14 years of Annemarie talking good about me. Annemarie defending me against anybody who talks about me. Annemarie saying I'm amazing, this and this. But when the money gets involved, which is called divorce, everybody got a different conversation. Basically, all of a sudden they realize what kind of car you're really driving because they can't drive it no more. So don't tell me I got a flaw, big dog. I love you too much. Don't tell me I do my work. I look into myself. But I'm not going to let people who I know, when I say I know, and look, we got the answers to this one. Remember now, we're talking about an incident that we already know, oh, he didn't do anything. He was innocent. Who said that? The prosecutors, the state, the police. Don't act like I'm just pumping myself up. They found me innocent. What if I had taken your advice then, or Rachel's, and said, well, I need to do the work. Do the work of what? I ain't do anything. That's the twist. Coward, courageous. I'm being courageous, bro. But I'm listening because, Van, you my guy. Rachel, oh my God.
How safe they feel around you. There's no way around that. There's no way around that. And now his wife is a part of the chorus of women that are saying that. The fact that the allegation comes from inside the house, that's monumental. And that's the context in which this has to be discovered. Yeah. As far as who Marcellus Wiley is not just me that knows him. It's a whole group of people that knows him, people that I'm super close to, and people that I am less close to. Like, a lot of people, like we had a joint birthday party a couple of years ago. Marcellus Wiley was there, right?
So is she.
She was there, right? So like,
say it real.
I understand people's need to say, hey, we are policing our communities and our societies. These are the people that we want out. And the people that we want out are the people that are unsafe for women, unsafe for children. The people that take advantage of people, the people that are the mashers and the exploiters. We want them gone. We want them gone. And there are people that you are around or you might know or you are connected to. And these are the people, and we want you to do that work. That's not unfair. It's not unfair if anybody in the audience. It's not unfair. But I'll tell you one thing, and I hope that people hear me, like sincerely. That is a lesson that you learn every single time something like this happens. Every single time. It's not a lesson you learn in 2015 that then continues to evolve. That's a lesson you learn every single time. I was someplace with somebody not too long ago, and I shook hands with someone, and my dude pulled me to the side and went, no, not him. And I was like, what? And he was like, Van. I'm like, no fucking way. He was like, yep. Like that guy, not him. Once again, all of these things are allegations. All of this stuff is are allegations. Everything is an allegation. That we guys, we're making sure that we insulate higher learning from any type of legal.
Yeah, I think
right?
Rachel, too late. Let me say, Rachel, we're gonna talk about it. Look, I mean, what's the point? We're hiding behind allegation, but in reality, we're saying, I think he's did. I think he did it. I think he's guilty. That's fine, but then don't hide behind it. Like, just be you. Say it, because it's a lot of trepidation here. Get it off your chest. I am listening. I'm not that person. Now, that's just me, right? Because I've been in a position where I've been lied on so many times. Y'all think these allegations are the only lies? Are you kidding me? I told y'all the story. I give you a lighthearted story. The story. One time, my phone rang. It's like 1, 2 in the morning. I'm like, hello? Hey, I hear noise, yelling, Wiley, where you at? Let us in, boy. Let us go. Let us do it. I say, what's up? And he's like, dog, we outside your party. I said, party? I ain't having no party. I'm in the bed. He's like, no, you ain't. Your name on this damn building and you in there, they said. I said, dog, I'm in the bed. Holler tomorrow. Gone. That's just a nice lie. I don't know. The venue had flyers and the venue had my name, and I wasn't there. I wasn't told to be there. That's a nice way of telling you, I have been through lies my whole life. Now, if you haven't, there's a couple of reasons. One, maybe that's just not you. Maybe you play it safer than I do. I don't play it. Oh, it's time to get out of here. I didn't play it too safe in terms of like access. I told you guys that. I used to host house parties and stuff. And my boys was like, man, a lot of people at your house. I was like, let them hang, let them hang. Or you ain't been in a position grand enough where they want to come get you. You ain't really had that target on your back. And there are certain people that do. But I'm not going to act like I'm perfect. Picture perfect. I paint a perfect picture, right? But in these situations, I did nothing. So you're not going to nail me on these. Like, this is nothing. I've done nothing illegal. I've never been arrested. What are you guys talking about? If somebody come up to you and say, don't hang with Wiley, Wiley going to be happy too, because I don't want to hang. Y'all know me. I ain't trying to kick it like that. You ain't trying to go to no old school rap concerts.
Okay. But in this, like in situations like this, the real metric is how you move once you know. And I'm just being for real. Like the real metric is how you move once you know, how you treat it once you know, how you deal with it once you know. I'm gonna be real with you. If I'm just being serious and honest with our podcast, I want to know how you feel about this. The allegations against Marcellus Wiley, we probably could have covered them more voraciously than we did.
Oh, I wish you would have, because then this would have came out. Then you've been like, man, people just look, cover them. I have not called Van to talk about cover or don't cover. Do you, Van? That's your show. I know the truth and you don't. So therefore, y'all got to talk about it the way y'all talk about it. But the thing that I have an issue with is with Rachel, because she knows that response now. She knows what the state says. She knows I'm innocent, and she still want to talk tough. You got to change up when new information comes. Just like your boy grabbed you, not him. Somebody should go grab Rachel and say, not him. He's innocent. Why you don't act like he is?
I can't remember how I said it. It's like if I'm gonna say we didn't, I would think that I was more on the side of the legal side, like making sure that we didn't say something that could get us in trouble legally as a podcast, more than I was protecting the image of Marcellus.
I think while I agree, I think there's probably something reflexive there. If I'm at, I'm not talking about Rachel. I think there's probably something reflexive there. And let me talk to the audience and tell them what the reflexive thing is. A lot of times when you're doing stuff like that, it's not about protecting the person. It's actually about protecting yourself. It's about the fact that the audience knows. And whatever relationship we've had with this audience, or a relationship I've had with this audience, at times, I don't try to hide myself from them. Well, of course, there's some hiding, but I want them to feel like they know me. And the reality is like the protection that you do in that, it's not necessarily of the person. It's, I know how it looks. I feel like sometimes, because they'll say it, they'll be like, hey, anybody that you've known or been around, that's you. Well, the reality is that when you say that, I hear that. And so then I go, and I'll just say this in a grander, broader thing. That,
damn, it's a struggle to say it, keep it real right now, huh? I understand. Look, he's in a tough position because he really knows me. And then he's really like respecting his job and where he works and legal. And he's also respecting that, hey, I don't know everything, but he's also respecting his co-host, who he knows is a third rail on this one. So I get it, but you got to get it out, dog. Other than that, you're living in a prison. Get it out, bail out.
That sentiment, I completely understand it, but that also makes people close ranks. That also makes people go, okay, well, shit, if I'm going to get the smoke for what this guy did, well, then I got to protect him because his smoke is my smoke. What I'm not going to do in any sort of way is ever in the front of my mind, let that be a concern. We have realities in our community, in our society that are important to me. And while I have not been a perfect man in like my relationships, while I've not been a perfect man in any regard, I think that it's fair that women in our society ask for safety. And talking about stories like this, even with people that you've known, is a part of ensuring their safety. And in this situation, we don't know how this shakes out. We could do all of this.
We do now.
And next week, they could be back on the ground.
No.
So we don't know how. But there is no way at this point for any rational person to look at Marcellus Wiley and not have gigantic, massive questions about who he is and who he's been.
And that's the perfect way to end it, because even if charges are dropped, even if they reconcile for whatever reason, there is still a through line here. Would be that we know of the 5th allegation of some type of assault on women. I mean, that just doesn't just happen just to happen.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, it does. 5th allegation of assault. Oh, my God. Yeah, we definitely going to see each other. We're going to see each other, Rachel, in front of you can represent yourself. We'll talk. Listen, yes, it does. One, I have 2 cases. One of Columbia. I wonder if there's any opportunity and anyone could be opportunistic about that. And 2, my wife. And when did she say anything? When did it become opportunistic? What came with it? It would have been something if she just said this and then it was nothing else. I just need him to get help. I just need him to fix himself. Divorce. There are opportunities. There's opportunistic opportunities. Whatever. I can't explain it to you. You either know it or don't. You know what it is or you don't. Simple as that. So the gigantic criticism, concerns you have for me doesn't bother me. What bothers me is that when you get new evidence and those are proven wrong, it doesn't matter to you, Rachel, especially because you're going to keep your thoughts the same, which is a real through line to NABJ, which is a real through line to what we're witnessing, how they try to treat Stephen A. Smith, is why we're going to end this show with this. You want to talk about a through line? Somebody wrote in here that Black feminism will do the job of white oppression all the time. And now, you know, I don't get into the racial stuff to that degree. I don't believe that. But I do know, I see it right now. Stephen A. is getting whipped on by some Black women. And right now, I just saw a Black woman try to swing and miss, but still swung at me morally. So not good, Rachel. All good, though. We're going to talk through it. I'm tired of that topic, and we ain't got no time for nothing else. WNBA tomorrow. Love you guys. Have an amazing day. I know I am. I got to get in this car and take my devices places. Imagine all day, no phone, no computer. Woo, that's going to be gangster. Get it in, baby. I love you guys, man. Keep rocking and rolling with your boy. Have an amazing day, because I know I will. Go.